Hey, Eagle fans! Your Statesboro Walmart is your one-stop shop for all your Georgia Southern football and game day needs. Pick up your GSU sports gear here. We have t-shirts, hats, tote bags, koozies, stadium bleacher seats, car spirit flags, wall pennants, beads, and more right here at the best prices in town. Also, don't forget we can handle all of your tailgating needs with our great food trays, baked goods, and fresh, high-quality meat, seafood, and chicken.
Walmart. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
And welcome inside the Eagles Nest. I'm your host, Josh Aubrey, being joined as always by Matt Yogus, the sports editor and Georgia Southern beat writer for the Statesboro Herald. Matt, it seems like only yesterday we were in Mobile talking about Georgia Southern's big first ever Sun Belt victory over the Jaguars, 28-6, and now we're here getting ready for Appalachian State, which will be their first Sun Belt game. First of all, your reflection back on the historic game in Mobile with Georgia Southern winning their first ever Sun Belt game.
Well, it certainly feels like it was yesterday, I'm sure, for both of us. But, quick turnaround. You got to put that one behind you and move forward. But in that ball game, I thought Georgia Southern played pretty bad for the most part. Sluggish on offense. The defense played great. But offensively, just, you got a few explosive plays. But other than that, a couple turnovers in the fourth quarter, just kind of a lack of execution there. Kevin Ellison overthrew a few receivers on some plays that might have been touchdowns. And they still won by 22 points. So, you got to feel pretty good. I was pretty surprised. I thought South Alabama would have been a little bit better in the trenches. Their offensive line had trouble holding up against the Georgia Southern defensive line that was missing Jonathan Battle. So I think you can take that as a positive too. Georgia Southern's defensive line playing a lot better than expected.
Yeah, it's odd because we've been talking so much this year about the offense, which we should. They're leading the nation in rushing. They're second in yards per pass. Coming into this game, we thought, the offense would carry them, but it's nice to know that maybe you didn't bring your A game on offense and you're still able to pull out a victory because your defense played so well.
Absolutely. I don't know what South Alabama was thinking coming into that game, but it had to be tough for them coming off a big loss to Mississippi State at home. You get something like 35,000, 40,000 people into that stadium, and then the next week, you think maybe you played pretty well. It's your Sun Belt Conference opener, and there's just nobody there at the game to support you. So that has to take a little bit of wind out of the sails. Georgia Southern struck first. Matt Breida, that 60-yard touchdown play they run, he does it again.
We could use it this Saturday, or Thursday rather.
Yeah, what's the play call for that one? Hey, Breida, go score a 60-yard touchdown run. But, that was the first blow, and, they never recovered from that. They had a bunch of drop passes, and Georgia Southern, when South Alabama wasn't dropping passes, Georgia Southern's defense was making plays.
All right, well, this week, it's a rare Thursday night. The only other one was Hurricane Hugo way back 25 years ago. Hopefully the weather will hold off and not be quite that bad, although it looks like there might be some rain in the forecast. Hopefully that won't keep the Eagle fans and Eagle Nation from coming out and supporting Georgia Southern. This week it's Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Thursday night, their first Sun Belt game for the Mountaineers. Your thoughts on this big matchup coming up here?
Well, you mentioned the Hugo Bowl, so that tells me Georgia Southern gives up an average of 0 points per game when they play on Thursday, so that bodes well. But in all seriousness, Appalachian State's offense has been pretty good. They've had a bit of a quarterback controversy, but between Lamb and Bryant, Lamb kind of seems like he's the guy they want. He took all the snaps against Southern Miss, led the touchdown drive that should have tied the game were it not for the blocked extra point. So it looks like they're going with him. Georgia Southern fans familiar with Cam Bryant. He had a field day last year in the Appalachian State win, which is funny because you look at the year before, they had a backup quarterback come in. Caleb Pressey was the guy who, was in the controversy. So a lot of trouble for them figuring out who their quarterback is, but it seems like their second string guys, or entering the season anyway, seem to have big games against Georgia Southern. I expect nothing less in this one. It's Appalachian State. Nobody, I don't care how much of an expert you are, you can't predict this game. There's just no way anything could happen. It's a rivalry game, and Georgia Southern's lost 5 out of the last 6.
All right, well, we had a chance to talk with head coach Willie Fritz and some of the players, as well as some of the Appalachian State players and their head coach Setterfield about the upcoming matchup between Georgia Southern and Appalachian State.
We wouldn't ask for a better opportunity on a better stage with the biggest fans in this world to go out there and play our opponent. We know what that team has. We're going to look, just to go out there and do our best. It's been a real quick turnaround. It's going to be more of a mental watching film instead of physical. You know, just making sure we know our opponent, know what we're doing, knowing what we have to take care of, and getting ready to play on Thursday. If you can't get up for this one, you don't have a heart. I mean, this is everything an Eagle would dream for, and we're ready to play.
Everyone's really excited for this game. You know, it's a big rivalry game, so you know everybody's ready for the Thursday night game, and the team's getting ready. I feel like we're getting ready for this week. You know, going in, watching film, and we'll be ready come Thursday. It's definitely tough. We just got to adapt. You know, it's our first Thursday night game. So we just got to come back, do a quick turnaround, like you said, and just get ready for App State. Definitely come Thursday night, it'll be even playing field. You know, they had a Saturday night game, so did we, and we had to come back here and get ready for Thursday. So yeah, it'll be even playing field when it comes. So we just got to get ready, get prepared, and we'll be fine. In the locker room ready. This is, you know, like I said, a big rivalry game. Game everyone looks forward to during the season, everyone comes to. So we're just psyched and ready to go.
You just have to adapt. You just have to get back out there and get practice started quicker. But I mean, it's a game. You know, we're used to, you know, playing games, big games like this. And this is an ESPN game, so a lot of people are excited. I mean, with it being on Thursday, you just have to get adapted to the circumstance and just get ready for practice and get ready for film study, more film study, and just coming out there and being more physical, because we know we only have a certain amount of time to get ready. And you know how big this game is. I've been here since 2010. That was the last time we played them, and I didn't play that game, so this is my first time actually playing them on ESPN Thursday night. It's a big game for me and a big game for my teammates.
I've been fortunate in my career as a head coach. I think we've played probably played 10, 20 Thursday night games. So, you know, the thing I've learned over the years is you can't try to put everything in 5 days. You know, you got to do a good job of tweaking your game plan to fit your personnel and also your opponent. You know, but we want to make sure our guys are fresh and ready to go on Thursday, and I think our guys have done a good job of doubling up on treatment and getting themselves, you know, ready to be able to play against our big rivals on Thursday evening. I've heard a lot of things about App State and their great rivalry with us, so it's going to be exciting. I think we're going to have a full house. We're going to be on national TV. You know, this is one of those games that you want to coach in, and more importantly, you want to play in. And I think our fans are extremely excited about this opportunity for us to showcase Eagle Nation.
X's and O's wise, what do you expect out of App? They're coming off a heartbreaking. You guys have had some heartbreaks, but losing with the missed extra point or a blocked extra point is a tough one to come back from. What kind of game do you expect from App?
Well, I'm sure, you know, they're going to be fired up and ready to play just like we are, and you know, for the most part, we're going to get the same thing that we've seen from them in their first 3 ball games. I think if you make too many changes right now, you're going to have some problems on a short week. So they'll make some adjustments. It's always, you know, something you want to try to figure out how they're going to play the option. You know, there's probably going to be something that they're going to do that's going to be a little bit different. But for the most part, you know, they're going to get what we do and we're going to get what they do.
Well, everything's sped up a little bit, so you know we don't have as much time to kind of get everything right. It has to be right, fast, and be precise. So you know that's the biggest thing. You know, getting out here, getting everything right the first time, and moving fast.
Georgia Southern, a team who runs the ball a lot. What do you guys need to do in order to make sure that run game is minimal and make them feel uncomfortable Thursday night?
Everybody do their job. If everybody does their job, you know, they run like a triple option offense. So as long as everybody does their job, takes away every pitch, every key, everything like that, we'll be fine.
I mean, obviously you only got a couple days of preparation, and it's a lot of film, mostly mental than physical. We'll have a simple game plan going in there. And it's a tough place to play, so hopefully we can come out with a
We're
win.
just going to scale back as far as the hitting goes this week. We're going to try to get our legs back, but it's going to be a big mental week for us in all aspects, and so that's really what we're working on now. At this point, this is our 4th game. You know, we got a little bit of time on Georgia Southern in the off week, so this is going to be a big mental week for us, so that we'll be fresh on Thursday night. But it'll be a great atmosphere there. We got a big-time rivalry going with Georgia Southern. They have a new coaching staff this year. They've done well. They've been in close ball games this year. That's really probably helped them along the way. And they had a big win. They're 1-0 in the Sun Belt, and so there's a lot riding on the game for us. You know, it's a state that we recruit a lot into, and we try to get a lot of players out of there. But more than anything, it's probably bragging rights against our biggest rival.
With more than 100 years of experience under one roof, Complete Car Care on 207 Northside Drive can do it all for your car or truck, gas or diesel, even hybrids, motors, tune-ups, front end, air conditioning, transmissions, electrical. Complete Car Care does it all. When others say no, Complete Car Care says yes. Come see what Michael and his team can do for you at Complete Car Care, 207 Northside Drive.
It's Toyota's annual clearance event at Franklin Toyota.
Hundreds of new Toyotas are marked for clearance.
Drive new RAV4s for $239 a month.
Or 0 APR for 60 months.
Find it at franklintoyota.com.
Franklin Toyota in Statesboro.
All kinds of history between these two teams, Matt. You mentioned it during the break here that Scott Satterfield was on the first Appalachian State team that lost at Paulson Stadium. Hopefully that can help be one of the factors that pays off with Georgia Southern pulling off a victory. Your thoughts on this game?
Both kickers are having trouble lately. Alex Hanks missing against South Alabama, and the block extra points got to weigh heavy on Appalachian State's kicker. So kind of throw that out the window, throw it all out the window. I expect an explosive game. There's always big plays when these two teams get together. Appalachian State can put together some big plays, as we've seen, in Georgia Southern. Obviously incredibly explosive offensively. All those long touchdown runs by Breida, Kevin Ellison. When he hits those passes, he overthrew a few guys, which was good to see with the shoulder injury the previous week. But certainly both teams capable of big plays. I would expect a high-scoring game because both of these offenses are going to be fired up, and maybe it's one of those games whoever has the ball last wins.
All right, I'm going to go a little different. I think Georgia Southern wins the game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think that sometimes these Thursday games, this quick turnaround, you see it in the NFL a lot. The Falcons notwithstanding from a couple weeks ago when they scored 50. But most of the time, these are Thursday, short weeks, a little lower scoring, but I think Georgia Southern prevails. But it should be a great atmosphere, so get out there. 7:30 kickoff. It's on ESPNU. We'll have highlights for you Friday, post-game on Saturday. Things changing a little bit as far as the schedule goes. For Matt Yogas, I'm Josh Aubrey. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.